Forget the screaming headlines you see every day. The real story that's redrawing the global map is happening a little more quietly. While everyone's been looking elsewhere, China and Turkey have been meticulously putting the pieces in place for a new partnership. And no, this isn't just another trade deal. It's the formation of a power axis that challenges the old way of doing things. This isn't one single event, but a steady convergence of interests that has been building for years, leading to a series of agreements that are now sending ripples through Washington, Brussels, and Moscow. So why is this such a big deal? First, you have to understand what Turkey is. It's not just a country, it's a geographical linchpin, the bridge between Europe and Asia. For decades, it has been a core member of NATO, firmly anchored to the West. But that anchor is slipping. Facing economic pressures and holding a grander vision for its own future, Ankara has been looking eastward for new partners under its Asia Anew initiative. At the very same time, China has been pushing its own world-spanning vision. The Belt and Road Initiative, a modern Silk Road designed to put Beijing at the center of global commerce. Back in 2015, Turkey officially signed on, laying the groundwork for everything we're seeing today. These two strategies didn't collide, they converged. This growing partnership has been marked by high-level meetings and a series of agreements focused on everything from energy to technology. A recent move in 2024 to grant visa-free travel to Chinese citizens visiting Turkey is just one more sign of these rapidly warming ties. The centerpiece of this new partnership is the Middle Corridor. For years, if you wanted to get goods from China to Europe, you had two main options: the long sea route through the Suez Canal or the northern land route through Russia. The Middle Corridor changes the game. It's a path that runs from China through Central Asia, across the Caspian Sea, through Azerbaijan and Georgia, and straight into Turkey. It offers a faster, more direct route that bypasses both Russia and contested maritime choke points. Both countries are now focused on boosting freight along this route. While no giant check has been written, China has made it clear it sees immense potential in upgrading Turkish infrastructure to make this corridor a reality. The economic numbers are already turning heads. In 2024, bilateral trade between the two nations hit around $48.3 billion. But let's be clear, it's a very one-sided relationship. Turkey imports a massive amount from China, but exports very little back. To fix this imbalance, Turkey is courting Chinese investment. Today, around 1,400 Chinese companies operate in Turkey, with investments totaling over $3 billion in recent years. A key area to watch is electric vehicles. Chinese car brands are flooding into the Turkish market, but the real prize lies in production. Thanks to Turkey's customs union with the EU, any Chinese EVs built in Turkey can enter the European market without facing the steep tariffs slapped on cars coming directly from China. It's a perfect backdoor into the massive EU market. But Turkey is also protecting its own turf. In a savvy move in mid-2024, Ankara imposed an additional 40% tariff on most imported Chinese EVs, using its strategic position as leverage in this high-stakes negotiation. Beyond trade routes, this partnership is built on the stuff that will power the 21st century economy: critical minerals, energy, and technology. Turkey has big ambitions for nuclear power, aiming to expand its capacity significantly by 2050, and China stands as a potential key partner in making that happen. But perhaps even more important is the race for rare earth minerals. In 2022, Turkey announced a major discovery of these minerals in the Eskişehir region. While the exact size is still debated, it's a significant find. An agreement to cooperate on mining these elements could be a game changer, pairing China's near-total dominance in processing rare earths with a massive new source inside a strategic partner country. This would further tighten Beijing's grip on the global supply chain for everything from iPhones to F-35 fighter jets. This alignment also extends to technology. While the West continues to debate the security risks of Chinese tech, Turkey has rolled out the welcome mat. Huawei, for instance, runs one of its most significant overseas R&D centers in Istanbul. This deep integration of Chinese technology into the infrastructure of a NATO country is definitely raising some eyebrows within the alliance. And that brings us to the geopolitical fallout. For NATO, Turkey's deepening relationship with China is a massive headache. It's one thing for an ally to trade with a competitor. It's something else entirely to form a strategic economic axis with them. Ankara is playing a delicate balancing act, trying to maximize its own power by playing both sides. This pivot isn't happening in a vacuum. Turkey has openly stated its desire to join the BRICS bloc, a group often seen as a counterweight to the Western-led global order. This would make Turkey the first NATO member to join the group. Ankara has also strengthened its ties with the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, a security-focused bloc dominated by China and Russia. The reaction from the West has been a mix of anxiety and concern. Years ago, the US warned Turkey against a potential missile defense deal with China. Today, the stakes are much higher. The worry is no longer about a single weapon system, but about the systemic alignment of a key NATO ally into a rival economic and technological orbit. So what does this all add up to? What we're seeing is the slow, deliberate construction of a new world order. A new Silk Road, the Middle Corridor, is being paved to reroute global trade eastward. A resource axis is being forged to secure the supply chains that will define the next century. This strategic alignment between a rising superpower and a pivotal middle power is a defining story of our time. It challenges the unity of Western alliances and proves that in the 21st century, economic interests are what truly shape geopolitics. This wasn't a sudden shock, but a calculated realignment that's been over a decade in the making. The quiet deals are done. The loud consequences are just beginning. If you want to keep making sense of the hidden forces reshaping our world, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell. Let us know in the comments. Do you think Turkey can successfully balance its alliances between East and West? Or is a break from NATO inevitable?